House.
Go my favorite sports team, go!
Watching the sports in New York.
I love New York.
Mike Time Steve Show. The Mike Time Steve Show. Whoa!
And welcome everyone to the Mike Time Steve Show. And this week, Mike Time Steve equals drugs are bad, okay?
Yep. So check this out. So we were just talking about the Mets, right? So we had opening day. It just was about, I don't know, about a week and a half ago, not even. So they were already having to go back to their hometown in Queens, where we actually broadcast from. We broadcast from the rubble of Shea Stadium. I don't know if you guys knew that from beneath.
The bowels.
The bowels. So we now came up to join you lovely people here in Asbury Park. And so check this out. So they have to now play a night game and then go back to their home park in Citi Field. Before they get there, they're already tired. They stop these guys for a random drug test.
Right. Random.
Now, I don't know if you guys ever been
As I was saying, drugs are bad.
I said I'm not steroids!
If you do them, you're bad. Because drugs are bad, okay?
So the person that the person that came out and actually said that he was the reason for it was Dom Smith. Now, Smith has been accused of being lazy before, but I don't know how being lazy associates with steroids.
Right. I don't get it either. Like, if you're lazy, why are you always the guy to blame? He's like the fall guy for the New York Mets no matter what. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like it's like, oh, you're lazy, you can't play well. Oh, you're lazy, you can't pee well. Like, you're going to be the reason why we're late. Like, regardless. Like, I want you to know that. You got sleep apnea. Mm-hmm. I don't care. It's your fault, Dom.
It's like they're blaming the poor guy for having sleep apnea.
It is.
I didn't know.
Well, nobody knew. I mean, even Dom didn't know until a few, weeks ago. So it's kind of crazy. We've all been there as men, like struggling to pee.
Speak for yourself.
With an audience. I don't care what you say. Try to pee in public right now. Ryan, go.
I actually have no problem peeing in public. The only reason why I won't do it right now is because I know the eyes of Asbury Park are already watching me because they want my damn license plate.
They did. They want your license plate in order to come into this joint.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Is it just me or like people think I'm weird, but when I hold my pee for a really long time and then I go pee, it feels kind of orgasmic.
What?
Is that just me?
What?
I've been there.
It's like close. It's like if I can't get none for a long time, I'm cool with just holding my pee, and it's very similar.
Oh, who cares?
So check this out. So it's funny, Ty, that you brought that up. I think the reason for that whole debacle at the bachelor party was because of your pee. Was that not right?
Yes. We almost died because of your pee.
Yes.
Well, you almost died. That's correct.
I did. I almost died.
You got choked out by a big buff MMA bouncer.
We'll explain how that happened.
I don't know. It could have been Ryan.
I had to pee.
Yeah, people are looking at me like I got 5,000 heads. No, I actually only have 2. So check this out. So Ty's out there and he's putting the stream outside of this strip club, I believe it was
in Atlantic City. Yeah.
And apparently the guy did not like that.
He did not like that.
No, he did not.
And he was mad.
He was real mad. He was hopping mad.
Yeah.
Now Mike, who's next to me right here, he's the best negotiator I ever met in my whole entire life.
Buddy.
He really is.
Love you.
So when this was all going on, like, are we going to get in? Are we not going to get in? I said to them simply, listen, we are going to get in because everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because Mike Powers is the best negotiator we know.
Yeah.
Fast forward about, 5 seconds after I said those words.
Yeah.
It comes out in a chokehold.
Right.
So he's out there like, Mike being choked. I'm like, oh my God.
So we found out Mike Powers can negotiate anything except for racism. So if you're a racist bodyguard, I'm not going to be able to.
I gotta second that emotion.
They were bragging about the member of Ty.
Right.
Like they were actually, I think they were like just blown away by his performance outside.
Yeah.
They couldn't get past
They were
it.
like, we saw him on camera out there with his big schlong.
That's what, it's not a joke. That's not a Ty.
No, he actually did say that.
You're waving it around, just peeing on the side of the building.
Like,
I was like, listen, man, I'm a man. You don't pee where you want to pee. I'm a man.
Right.
God darn it.
So it wasn't our fault. It happened. So let's move on.
I pee where I want. Move on.
Yeah, so anyway, they
Dom Smith does not pee where he wants.
He couldn't pee, and it held it up even longer. So now, as I was explaining before, these guys are already tired. They're traveling from Florida back to New York City, and they have to now stop and do a random drug test, right? So this random drug test now occurs. Now they're even more tired. And now it's just another thing to blame Dom Smith for, the
Yeah.
poor guy. And he's already been blamed for being lazy, which he's not.
Right.
He's actually only had sleep apnea, and that's it. And they're just recognizing that now. But that's the ownership for you. They just don't know anything.
It's crazy. I'm sure he'll produce in this show during this game. It's 1-1 now. Braves just tied it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you had that situation going on. The Mets obviously get in late for their home opener. They lose the game. But Robbie Cano, what do you know? He doesn't know how to get home.
No.
I didn't know.
He had absolutely no idea how to get home.
Right.
Which is crazy. Keep in mind, for all you Yankee fans out there who only
Right.
watch the games when it's the playoffs, Robbie Cano actually spent about 15 years at least on your team.
Right.
And Corey's looking at me. So in any case, look, this guy over here doesn't know how to get around New York. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it sounded like...
How's that possible?
I don't know. He blamed it on a defective GPS. Who still uses a GPS? We all use our phones.
Right.
And
Especially
even
him.
if you don't update your phone for 2 years, it still works to get you home.
Yeah.
Right?
Cano, don't you know?
He didn't know. So he blames it on a defective GPS. It sounds like somebody who's trying to explain to their girlfriend or significant other why they showed up at 5 a.m. in the morning. You know? So that's how it felt to me. Like just a guy who's just trying to make every excuse in the book for why he showed up late home. So, I don't know. It affected the Mets situation because he did not arrive home until 5 a.m. The Mets game was at 1 p.m. And of course, we lost 4-0, and he had zero production. So
Right. Well, you want to talk about being lazy.
So what's his excuse the rest of the year?
If there's anyone who's lazy, it's Robinson Cano. I used to think that he was too good for the game and
Right.
everything was smooth, and that's all still true. He is very good and he does everything very smoothly.
Agreed.
But when you see him live, I actually got the pleasure of seeing this lazy guy live in Miami, and he just moseys around. He lollygags to first
Really?
base. He lollygags to second base.
Oh, my
This
God.
guy is the laziest person I've ever seen in my life.
So it's like Manny Machado. He's not Johnny Hustle.
He's not Johnny Hustle. I think you knew that before he was even
He's
on the
not
team.
even Johnny Hustle's best friend.
No,
Yeah.
and they should be best friends because they both believe in not really trying when it comes to the game of baseball.
man.
They should be on the same team. But I'm not going to get on Robbie yet because I know he's a great hitter. I know he's going to end up batting 300 for us. I know he will. I know he's going to turn it around. But when it comes to being Johnny Hustle, it's definitely not Johnny Hustle. That's for
Right.
that's for damn sure. Am I right? Am I
No,
wrong?
that's right. I mean, he does a lot of things that, he started off the season great. The first at bat, we were all hook, line. Brody did the right thing. Brody did the right thing. Home run, right?
Drove in both RBIs that game.
We were all excited.
I
Even the
was.
second game, he was pretty good, right? I think he helped us win that. So, hopefully, honestly, if the offense is going to perform the way it is, and this guy maybe will come around when we need the offense, then I'm all about it. There's A-Rod right there, and there's that girl that we hired,
Yeah, Jessica Mendoza.
the Mendoza line.
Yeah, she crossed that Mendoza line.
She did. Speaking of, you ever see A-Rod, though, that one time when it's raining and he's trying to, get his bat, dry?
Yeah.
And he's putting it in between his junk?
Kind of looked like what Ty was doing on the side of the building.
Yeah, it did. Speaking of junk, you had the junk ball situation with the Rangers. So the duo from the Rangers, both Joey Gallo and Nomar Mazara? Is that right?
Yeah, Mazara sounds right.
It sounds right,
Right.
right. So apparently they do this home run celebration since the minor leagues where they kind of check each other for cup checks. And, honestly, we never knew of this.
Well, can you pause?
Yeah.
When you said they check each other for cups?
Yeah. So
Why can't you check your own cup?
one of them hits a home run, the other one does this handshake, and it ends with them grabbing each other's crotch.
That's not okay.
So players noticed it, and then TMZ noticed it, and now the world has noticed it, and literally they grab each other's junk.
That's not okay, though. Can we just
Isn't
say
this
that?
the same team that had an issue a couple years ago with the Snapchat?
Well, the
and their minor league team.
The intern actually took the words right out of my
They
mouth.
did.
So while you're talking about the Texas Rangers, now this is the same ball club. You're right. That had that scandal about the minor leagues where there was a, how do I say this, teabag situation going on, where it was some kind of initiation, but it actually
So the team is just suspect in general.
it was worse than that. Actually, I wish I could say that it was a teabag, but it wasn't a teabag.
Right.
They actually, how do you say this politically correct? I can't, so I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
They put this guy down and they actually jerked him off.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. There's
We're trying to show off. We're going off.
They
I'm turning off.
I'm being serious.
We're
You guys
cleaning
looking at
up-
me like I'm crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this actually occurred in the minor leagues, and they got in big trouble for it. Obviously, I don't know how that's hazing, personally.
Right.
That's
Because
disgusting.
That
it's
is
first off,
terrible.
it's disgusting. But the guy, I don't know how that's hazing somebody.
And
like,
was the guy about it? Like, if he's about
he
it,
might
good
have
for
been.
him.
But if he's about it, that's definitely not hazing.
This is crazy.
I'm sorry, but listen, real quick. Nothing against homosexuality. If men like to be with men, if women like to be a woman, there's nothing wrong with that. But
Hazing is a different story.
Yeah, but if I'm not into men, don't touch my wiener. I mean, unless you're a woman, that's just not okay. How is that okay?
No, it's not okay.
So-
So the Rangers don't think it's okay either.
right.
Or they do think it's okay.
And
Apparently, if it keeps on happening,
clearly getting.
Nah, we need
mixed,
to. Me
review.
too, man. Me too. Hashtag. Let's get these guys. Let's just
Yeah,
get the
so-
Rangers out of here, man.
So Joey and Nomar always had this situation where since the minor leagues, they had this home run celebration. Every time one or the other one hit a home run, they would grab each other's trunks. So nobody knew about this until a few fans noticed that that's what they were doing, reported it to TMZ. TMZ then reported it to the world, and now everybody has noticed this. And I'm sorry, I don't think either one of them was wearing a cup, to be honest with you. So the cup check was absolutely failed. But, Texas Rangers have announced plans to stop doing the home run celebration in which they appear to grab each other's crotches. So they actually had to make a statement, the Rangers, saying that, I just want you to know that our players are going to stop doing a celebration in which it appears that they're grabbing each other's crotches.
How do you think that PR guy felt when he had to type that up?
He felt like he was whole. That's for sure.
Well, I'll say this though. When I first saw it, I saw the screenshot of it. It looks terrible because it's like right at the perfect moment when the stuff's going on.
Right.
And I don't even want to speak of it. But then when you look at it actually in real time, it's like really quick. It's
Right.
really quick. You barely notice it. So I don't know if they thought they were going to get.
Sometimes it's like that.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to have a quickie,
It is
whatever.
quick, but all it takes is that pitcher, and the pitcher made it look like they were grabbing each other.
So who was the pitcher and who was the catcher?
I think they both were.
Neither of them
the
were actually pitcher and
grabbers?
catcher, but I
think
know what
they
you're
were
saying.
catching. Yeah.
In that context, who knows? That's
Can
what
we
they-
move on? I'm sorry,
whatever
guys.
They
I just
do,
wanna move
whatever they
on.
do behind their closed doors, I'm going to move on when I want to move on.
good for them.
But the Rangers have completely they've abandoned this whole thing because
They did.
It's not cool though.
They're like,
I
look,
don't know,
man, you
that's-
can't just grab each other's tree
Yeah.
trunks and think it's all right. So whatever. So they're done with that. But you know who's not? You know who's done with somebody, but they're not done with them and they can't quit them? Jose Reyes. So the New York Mets have moved on, but it looks like Reyes isn't.
No, Reyes is still trying very hard to find a team.
Right.
He's out there on Instagram just pleading. He's like,
Yeah.
Everybody who follow me, to my wife, my dad, my mom back in Dominican, to all my family, to all the fans who follow me, even the people who don't follow me.
So Reyes, it seems like that guy that graduated high school a couple years ago, but still shows up to like the homecoming and all the other things and all the other events. That's the guy. He's just around the high school that he shouldn't be at anymore. Like, look, man, embrace it. Like, the Mets didn't want you around their franchise. They didn't want you to be a part of what they're doing right now. They didn't even ask you to be a personal advisor. And, you're around their clubhouse.
he needs to like us on Facebook immediately.
Yeah, that's
Just for
the
that.
trivia guy.
Yep.
What do you do?
Well, apparently you can just take whatever you want and just walk.
He
but-
did put it back.
Well, no, I want him to take it so he can like us on Facebook.
Right.
That's the point. That's why it's out there.
Right.
So, if you do, again, reminder, we have these freebies out here. It's a fun little game. You drop it in. It's like, what am I going to get? And randomly you get a prize. But, guys, just like us on Facebook. It's not that hard. We all use our
No,
phones.
he took a bunch for the trivia thing so
Yeah.
people could like us.
Oh, good.
And
but
he's promoting
did
that.
he like us on Facebook?
He did,
Okay,
yeah.
good. So thank you for liking us on Facebook.
Yeah, that was earlier.
Before I even got here.
Yeah, so side note, Syracuse, our team, is officially the oldest team in minor league baseball history. And just so you know, we got Carlos Gomez, who was almost traded for our boy, and then he wasn't a Met. And then we got Cespedes. You got Tim Tebow in his 30s. You got Polanco, and then you got Raja Davis, who's 38 years old. So we have the oldest team in the minors.
Oh, see, when you said oldest team, I thought you meant like it's like the oldest franchise in like minor league baseball.
No, it's the newest franchise in Major League Baseball.
We got the oldest team, though. We got the
we got the oldest team.
We have the veterans.
We do. Babe Ruth is on the Syracuse team.
Well, speaking of veterans and just people from the past, I want to talk about some of our players from old times. So our old time greats.
Yeah.
I have so many that I would probably be here till 1 o'clock, and I'd only paid parking until about 10. So I can't be here. They are watching.
They're always watching.
They're always watching. So should we start with me? Let's start.
Yeah,
with
go
me.
with you.
Why
Yeah.
not? Favorite player? I mean, Jose Reyes.
Right.
Jose Reyes, and then I think we should. This is like a class assignment where we just can't say an answer real quick. We got to actually explain why we're doing
I
this.
agree. I
Back
agree.
in. So the reason why I think Jose Reyes, first off, he is a character. First, you could just look at him. You look at him right away, and you know this guy is a cartoon character.
Yes.
And his passion for the game, how fast he was, especially when he first came up, how great he is as a contact hitter, his arm, shortstop, one of my favorite positions, and just plays with that level of excitement that you don't see a lot today. You see it with the 2019 Mets so far, which is great, but you don't see a lot of that, that passion being shown and being worn on their sleeve. And Jose Reyes, I got to say, man, I loved watching him play. Definitely the most exciting player I ever watched. And when you watch baseball, you want to watch it for the excitement, right?
Right.
So this Jose Reyes fella gives me the most excitement by watching him.
Good.
That's
awesome.
There you go.
How about you, Ryan?
Well, me, I'm going to go with my original favorite player, Darryl Strawberry.
Okay.
And a funny story about that. When I was a real little kid, I remember my dad trying to get me to eat my vegetables, telling me Darryl Strawberry eats his vegetables. He left out a few other things he also did.
He also snorts his vegetables, too.
But yeah, that was my original favorite. That's always a story that stuck with me, and it's taken on a whole new meaning as I got older.
Wow.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, technically it's a plant, right? I mean,
It comes from a plant.
Yeah.
No,
it
it's
was his
not
veggies.
technically. Not technically.
well, not what he was smoking. No, that's not a plant.
It is a plant.
No, it originally comes from a plant. It comes from cocaine, but
Okay.
then it gets turned into crack. So at that point, no, it's no longer a plant. But I'm sorry, but when
It's
you
an extract.
challenge me, I'm going to give you the right answer.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's an
is it-
extract.
Yeah.
Is it my turn to give my favorite Mets players of all time?
Yeah, it might be your turn.
All right.
Go
I don't
ahead.
watch baseball.
I know you don't. Go ahead.
Is that it?
No, that was it.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
my God.
So mine, honestly, was Hojo growing up. So he was my diehard. Corey actually got me his signature because I wasn't, mad enough to force my way through the line. Yeah, there was tons of people, and I was too polite. So Corey was like, "Look, you're signing this." So he got me Howard Johnson's autograph. Forever in debt for that. After Hojo, I went to John Olerud.
The man was a fanboy.
Yeah, I was a huge fanboy. John Olerud, number 5. So I kind of followed him, emulated his game. I was a first baseman. He was a first baseman. I did everything he did other than wear the silly helmet, which I kind of feel bad calling it a silly helmet because his parents...
It's not silly.
It's not silly.
It looked great for him, too.
Well, and there was a great reason behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, his parents told him he had a major brain surgery, and if he was going to continue the game, he had to agree to wear that helmet.
Right.
Yeah, so number 5, and then 5 went into right. So that's been the story of my
John
life,
was a solid hitter.
which is weird because now Alonso has 20. So it's like I went full circle. I went 20, 5.
So what you're
20.
saying, your current favorite Met right now is
Is the polar bear.
Pete Alonso.
Yeah, Pistol Pete, baby.
Pistol Pete. I mean, this guy, if you watch him play,
It's
how could you
unreal.
not get excited about him?
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're not a baseball fan, you don't watch baseball.
Right.
Ty. You can still appreciate the immaculate power that he has.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit the freaking pool in Atlanta the other day.
I didn't even know they had a pool.
Exactly. It's that far away that you can't even see the darn
It was a
thing.
kid's pool somewhere.
It was like a stream.
Yeah, it
so
was.
it was like there's rocks, like a little nature in the center field area,
Right,
which a lot
right.
of ballparks do.
Yeah.
And he freaking put that ball right in the pool,
Right
and
in
I
the
didn't know it
pool.
existed.
He found water because he's a polar bear.
He literally went to where
Yeah.
no polar bear ever
He
went
did.
before.
He was thirsty.
He was real thirsty.
Yeah, and
He took a plunge, did he not?
it was unreal.
Yeah.
And you got an idea for a plunge,
I
right?
do, but I'm not going to share it because I know someone's going to steal
Okay,
it.
cool. All right.
So I want to talk
the air?
about. No, yeah, I do want to talk about our outing though
Okay.
that we're going to be doing. So
Cool.
we got something really cool planned, and we're going to bring all these multipliers. Some of
Tons.
you are here, some of you are somewhere else.
And you've been here. They've been checking in and out.
They've been
today.
checking in. Yeah, I saw the status on Facebook. They've been checking in here. But what we're going to do is we're going to get 20 people together.
Right.
Mets fans, even if you're not a Mets fan, we're still going to invite you by default.
Yeah.
You know, if you're part of the show, wink, wink, Corey. And you know, you happen to not, be a Mets fan, you could still come. I'm not gonna tell you not to come, but we're gonna go out there and we're just gonna raise
not
hell.
the Texas Rangers. We're not gonna tell you when to come.
I don't. That's the problem, though. They weren't telling him when to. They were just kind of like
demanding.
They were
it.
just doing it.
You will.
If you build it, you will come. They took the Field of Dreams way too literally.
Yeah.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Kevin Costner. I don't know. I'm not going to blame Kevin Costner for all this.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
But you can only blame Texas Rangers and their habits or something like that.
Right.
But where was I before the intern rudely interrupted
You were
me?
saying 20 people.
Jesus.
Wasn't talking about Jesus either.
20 people, City Field.
Yes.
Yeah.
20 people, City Field. We're going to get together. The Shea Stadium, the original ballpark, used to have a picnic area.
Yes.
Where you can go there. You can cook hot dogs, cook burgers.
Right.
You can do whatever you want. If you're a vegetarian, you can cook veggie burgers. Whatever you want to do. And you can eat sushi. You can do whatever you want there. Now what you could do is you can sit in these M&M seats. Now, it's not M&M like the real Slim Shady M&M.
Right.
It's the candy M&M.
Yeah.
So we sit over there, and we'll be drinking all night, all day. It's a day game. And lo and behold, what's going to end up happening is we're going to get on TV. And I'm not going to tell you how we're going to get on TV because then you're going to steal my idea.
It's still his idea.
But when they come over there, they're going to be doing an interview with us.
Yeah.
We're going to have the people who are going to go in there at least 20 strong, maybe more. I mean, who's going to stop us? The PR guy at City Field?
Yeah.
Not him.
Steve Jobs.
So, well, he's losing blood as we speak. Do you see how pale he looks lately?
Yeah, ever since he did that trumpet thing, like
he's
just
pale. No, he's been pale for a while.
Lost oxygen.
But I thought maybe after going to Miami, Florida, he'd get a little tan.
Right.
And I was dead wrong about that.
Yeah, he's a vampire.
He's a vampire.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced he has
Has he done day games?
No, because he can't. He will like just go into the ether.
Yeah.
He will just shrivel up
He
into
just
the ether.
stays in the clubhouse for the day games.
Yeah, it's kind of like, have you guys ever seen the Avengers, the last one, like when they just disappear? That's kind of like
him.
that. Yeah, that's him.
That's
so
so
Gelbs will interview us, and we'll be out there 20 strong. If anyone's listening out there in the world, Sweden probably, just like us on Facebook, follow it, find out how
just
you can be part
so you
of
know, if we probably got a 5% following Asbury after today, but we got a 2% following Sweden. And that's pretty cool. Like, we have all these Swedish people
I'm proud of
that
it.
follow us. Yeah, it's kind of cool, right? It kept us afloat. It's the reason why we got a sponsorship from Big League Chew. I don't know. They were like, hey, what's your national, global, viewership? And we're like, oh, we got a 2% follow in Sweden. And they were like, sold.
That's
Well,
pretty cool.
Swedish Fish called us first, and we were like, nah, bro.
Nah, we're cool.
You're not about that baseball
That
life.
stuff gets stuck in my teeth.
Yeah.
I love Swedish fish.
It's delicious.
I love it.
But it's tough to chew.
I love it. But then when I contacted the 2%, they were all just like, yeah. we do like your show. Yeah, yes, we do.
That's why they just search and we come up.
They saw and they saw Mike saying
Yeah,
and that's how they got interested.
But so we have a 2% following in Sweden. We're a Mets-based podcast. We're addicted to the Mets. The two guys you see here, lifelong Met fans. We dabble into other sports. We're going to dabble into one more thing, and we'll try to run through it as quick as we can. But there was a high school coach in Utah, and his name is Steve Ross. He put himself in a bit of a pickle. And what happened was his high school team wasn't able to play because of rain. So the rain stopped. The field was still damp. So the guy goes, I got an idea. So he takes 15 to 20 gallons worth of gasoline, puts it all over the field, and lights it on fire.
That green?
Yes.
He lit the green on fire?
No, he didn't light the green. All the dirt, and because that's really where you're worried about.
You don't want to smoke that dirt.
Yeah, because the grass will
Nobody likes
absorb. The grass will absorb the rain, and the outfield could still play. But if the dirt's got puddles on it and stuff like that, you can't slide. You can't.
Yeah, we don't get
the
down
ball.
with that. We don't get
ball
down with
gets
that dirt.
stuck in the mud. So he's like, "Oh, I got an idea. I'll just pour gasoline and light it on fire." It worked. They were able to play. Good for him, right? Wrong. Parents came out. They complained how strong of a smell of petroleum during the game. and actually went all the way down to the health department, and they're helping the school district investigate this situation because, quite frankly, now it's a cause for concern because the groundwater to the field has now been compromised. So
I didn't know.
They're worried about the gas now getting into the groundwater, getting into the natural roots of whatever's nearby. So
it's one hell of an idea, though. I mean, if you're so it must have been only one section of the infield because when I looked at the video, they're burning up one section.
Exactly,
So,
like short. Normally the corners, like in my experience, when it was first base or third base, that would the water would end up ending at.
Yeah,
But,
so there's always there's this puddle. So
yeah.
So here's my question. So what's more safe? Letting the kids play where there's one puddle in the infield, or starting a freaking fire in front of a bunch of small children. I mean, what's the point of that?
That's the true hot corner right there.
Yeah, that's an extremely hot
corner.
corner.
He probably smoked some grass before he decided to light that dirt on fire.
How passionate? Like, were you worried about like the game never being played? Like, I get it. Like, as a player, I wanted to play regardless. The worst feeling in the world as a kid was knowing your game got rained out. But as a coach, like, you could go home, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, so was he that excited to just have...
Did you paint that? That looks amazing.
It's pretty
Thank
impressive.
You. Could you do a Boston Terrier?
Is that a Corgi? Shepherd Corgi. Oh, that's sexy.
Wow. And what do you got? A
Greyhound. That's nice. Are those your dogs? Awesome. So important. That's like it.
Good for you.
Have a nice
Thank
night,
you.
ladies.
I need a Boston Terrier, and then also what's the other one? What is he anyway? I don't know. Boston Terrier first, and then we'll work on the next dog. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We got to kick it back to the trivia guys real quick. But, so this dude lost his job, suspended for lighting a field on fire so his kids could play on a gas.
I'll give him this. He's very passionate about his team.
He really is.
He was like, under my watch are we not having this game.
I don't get it.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I just think that's crazy to do that. I mean,
way to think outside of the box. Good for you.
Can he be now brought up on charges of arson because of this?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about that before you do that, right?
Yeah. You gotta think.
Are we going to take a break? Or you want to go right into it?
We could take a break and maybe.
What else?
Let them go.
We covered most of this.
Yeah, we did. We covered most of it.
We might as well go straight through.
Yeah, we're 15 games into the season. How do you feel, Stevie?
15 games in the season, I feel very good. I like what I'm seeing right now from the offense, especially. I feel like we're never out of any game. So we fall behind. It kind of has that 06 feel,
right?
Where we're coming from behind every single time.
I agree.
Well, I mean, every night, even when we have 12-run deficits, we're making it close. It's 12-9. I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing from the offense. What scares me right now about the Mets in general is their bullpen and their starting pitching doesn't look as good as I had once thought.
Right.
So with the bullpen, I'll start with that. So the bullpen, there is no middle relief right now.
Yeah.
There's no middle relief.
None.
It's not happening.
There's no relief at all when the bullpen comes in.
I want to correct you. Edwin Diaz has been very good. I think so. If you just look at the results,
this is true. Yes.
He's had a couple scary outings, but I mean, who hasn't as a Met closer, right?
No, he's the one savior of this whole thing.
He is. Edwin G is. You can call him that. So he's coming. He's been our savior, and his day is next Sunday. But he's been great, and but Familia has looked awful. Familia.
Yeah.
Recently he really has.
Just play the tape from 15, 16. And that's what we're dealing with right now.
Right. Correct.
It's all too familiar.
Way too familiar. But I do love the fight. I love the polar bear. He has emerged to be the polar bear that he's advertised.
The offense is unbelievable.
Pete Alonso's been great.
Right.
And his defense has not been bad.
Yeah.
A couple mishaps here.
This time last year, we had a better record, and we had a better but I feel better about this ball club than I did last year. So we'll see. But, I think Brody has given us depth. You could prove that by our minor league, having all these old guys in it. I think that Cano has potential, and I think that will grow from that. And Pete has been a breath of fresh air.
Oh, absolutely. I was telling you guys earlier, Steve didn't hear this, but I was at Dunkin' Donuts, not even in the area. I was South Jersey. In the area, I saw the Peter Alonso jersey. Like, first of all, I've never seen any Mets.
Probably Pete.
I've never seen any Mets jerseys anywhere in South Jersey. Then today I see a Alonso jersey. I'm like, yo, Peter Alonso must be really popping for you guys.
He's starting to recognize.
It seems like Mets fans are excited right now about this guy.
Or it
I'm
could have been
very excited.
Alfonso.
Check this out. So I feel like if we could just make it till June, I think we'll be okay.
We'll be okay.
I
June
hope,
9th.
I hope he's still in contention. And I hope Pete Alonso's still mashing the ball.
Yeah.
Those two things.
I agree.
Because then we might have to go Plan B.
Yeah.
I hope Tebow gets called up.
And nobody likes going with Plan B.
So we're the Mike Time Steve Show. We'll be hanging around. Come check us out. Talk to us. Whatever you want. Let's get back to Game of Thrones trivia. Game of Thrones is about to go live in 25 minutes. So if you're here to watch Game of Thrones, not only will it be on the audio, it will also be
on the TV.
On the TVs. So
we can watch some GOT.
Let's kick it back to them and let them finish that up. But thank you, everybody. We're the Mike Time Steve Show, and thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, check us out, MikeXSteve.com, social media. We're part of the Give Us a Shot network. If anybody looking to start a podcast, come talk to us.
You gotta give us a shot.
Join the podcast.
Give them a shot to do what?
Whoa.